Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into my spoiler review for the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. And we did this with the Werewolf by Night, Marvel special presentation, as well as most of Phase 4 so far. So we're doing it here, we're doing what we always do, non-spoilers, then spoilers, and then Lego talk, because we actually did have a set branded under the Holiday Special. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's jump into non-spoilers here. And if I had to just wrap this up with a bow and label it something, it would just be cute. It was a cute little story of the Guardians. It was a fun little wacky adventure of taking the two of them, Mantis and Drax, bringing them to Earth and just seeing them interact there. And it was sort of interesting to even just have people in the MCU specifically talk about Christmas. And that's not something we've really had before. Like, yes, obviously Iron Man 3 took place during Christmas and Hawkeye and all that as well. But I just think that having them talk about, sort of their meaning of Christmas and things like that and what they've heard from Peter over the years, I think was a really sweet story. And it was also brought up a lot of comedy. Well, I didn't particularly think the first song was funny by the band. Some lines and stuff and their interpretations of what's been passed down, sort of like a game of telephone from Peter to Kraglin to whoever else has told these guys that, I thought was quite interesting. But I guess also I just want to talk about the heart and emotion here. Mantis carried this, absolutely carried this. She was hilarious. She brought so much heartfelt moments to this. And yeah, I don't really want to talk too much about that. Because it's sort of spoilery, and I know Marvel Legends, they released something talking about her and revealing stuff, and it's just like, we're 2 days out, and you're going to ruin something that if you wanted us to know, you could put in a trailer. It's sort of frustrating. And anyways, let's jump in and talk about that here in spoilers. So I'll let you click off if you don't want to know, but it's revealed that she is indeed Star-Lord's sister, and that's something that people have speculated on way back from volume 2. And yeah, you know what, it makes a lot of sense, and I just wish that I didn't know. It would have been nice to have that reveal while watching this. And I think that her whole motivation for wanting to make this special for her brother, and even just her motivations of being afraid to tell him because of every time that he's gonna look at her, she's afraid that all he'll see is their dad that killed his mom. And I think that's really sad. But I really loved his bit of performance as well, with her at the end and just talking about how that's the greatest gift of having a sister. And as an only child myself, I really related to him, growing up alone. It got me. I started to tear up at the end. I thought that was really sweet. And yeah, I think that it was just fun to see the Guardians, Drax and Mantis going around on Earth, having their little wacky adventure. It was kind of fun to see them, on Hollywood Boulevard with all the cosplayers and everything, and them being excited to see Captain America, which I guess they would have known his name was Steve from like the funeral bits that they hung out, I guess, during all that. But yeah, I don't know. It was just fun to see them there and dancing and going to the bar and all that, experiencing Earth culture and things like that. I don't know how much time they spent from Endgame, but the rest of the Guardians, I really, the brief moments that we saw of Star-Lord just being sad, missing Gamora and all that, and I guess even just him realizing that it's Christmas and missing his family and just Earth. And really, though, for me, the star of this was Cosmo. I thought just the little bits and pieces that we got of Cosmo was really, really fun. Very excited to see Cosmo in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yeah, just the little bits I thought was just great with Rocket and Cosmo. Were a lot of fun. But I will say, genuinely, the scariest thing from the MCU in Phase 4 in 2022, they're going for this horror thing, with multiverse and all that. They're going for darker themes. The scariest thing was Groot. I stand by that genuinely being one of the most terrifying things in the MCU. That is very clearly a suit. That's not CGI. There's just look at the shape of it. Like it's a lot wider than we're used to with Groot. And I don't know if it was the face or something. That is just, it is. It's terrifying. I'm sorry. There's something real off with that. And I don't know how we're going to look at that Groot, I think, for all of Volume 3. Oh boy. We're in for a treat. But yeah, let's talk about the story of it. Their story was getting Kevin Bacon to bring up Peter's spirits, and I thought that I don't agree with James Gunn's sentiment of it. This is a quote, one of the greatest MCU characters of all time, and he confirmed that was about Kevin Bacon. He was fun, but one of the greatest. Ooh. His performance was fun, and the different levels of emotion of being calm and excited and then being wacky and scared. It was great. I liked the bit with Kraglin and Kevin Bacon on the ship. I thought that was really sweet, and just how, he's the inspiration for saving the galaxy, I thought was really interesting. And how he came back for Peter, I thought was really sweet. I will say I'm excited for the future, though, for Volume 3. Obviously, it's going to be not as lighthearted as this, we know, but even just some of the bits of information that we got, like the Collector's still alive. Very happy about that. He wasn't killed by Thanos. They bought nowhere from him. Really happy about that, and hopefully he pops up again in the future. And yeah, not sure where Nebula got the arm from, but good on Rocket. He got what he wanted. Anyways, let's jump into Lego talk. I don't know. It's strange. They did sort of a goodish job, I guess, with some things. Like, specifically, the thing that, looking back now, really surprises me is the candy cane. Like, that was sort of a part of Mantis's experience on Earth, and that's represented in the Advent calendar. Like, I think that's really fun and really cool that that's there. Other things with, like, Drax is wearing a Christmas sweater. It's not the one from the special, but I don't mind that. I really like that it's got Baby Groot dancing. I think that's cooler. As well as Nebula, wished that she didn't have the sweater. Really would have wished that it was Mantis, because they are the two main characters. Would have been really great. And I just wish, again, like, Peter's hair should be a lot darker now, and I hope that with Volume 3 sets that it isn't just reusing the same face that we've been getting from Jurassic World. It really needs something new. But great Advent calendar. Like, you get everyone in it. I think that's really fun. And honestly, even Groot being a Christmas tree, relating to the end credit scene. Really, really great. And I like, just like the Harry Potter ones, that it goes through the events of the first few films. But yeah, it would have been nice to have a few more things, I think, from this. But I think that there could have been a few more presents. Maybe a mini build of the Bowie that we saw, which is probably one of the sets that we're going to be getting for Volume 3. We actually just did a video talking about how we got some temporary set names, which I'll link that video and the review for the Advent calendar right here at the end if you're interested in checking that out. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of the special? What did you think of the Advent calendar? Does it change your mind? You're going to go out and get it maybe? I think I would after this, honestly. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.